Hi guys, this is Emnel and we are back playing Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Italian introduction campaign and we are preparing ourselves to go to war with Yugoslavia. We are already at war with Romania, but we can't really get there. I just noticed that not all our units are assigned to this plan, so we can either just select them and holding control click on it, or we could have used this and assigned them. Same difference. Alright, so let's think about what we want to do. First we want to push towards Zagreb from here, but we'll also make a second plan. Not this one. With those guys. Here. We are going to. This is going to be a second step that we can start once we do that. Here we will make it like this. We want to establish a front line first, and then we push. Next one. We will want to go south here. It will be easier to push towards Belgrade here, where we only have one river to cross, and it isn't a major river. And for that reason, we will make it so. We'll see. We'll have to probably adjust here and there, but that's our basic plan. Possibly, if the resistance will differ, we will change, since this part will be mostly micromanaging. You might have noticed those three icons right here. I have loaded a beta version of the next patch 1.1.0, since well this way this tutorial will be relevant a bit longer. And the major change here is the fact that you can set the aggressiveness level of your divisions when they act automatically. And here we have ability to set it to aggressive. This is a balanced manner, so the one that was the only one that was available for so far. And careful. All right. So it will not attack heavily fortified locations unless they are unmanned, and they avoid attacking provinces, which will weaken the front line by making it longer. So this is mostly a defensive one. You only exploit when enemies actually retreat from it. So this is the basics. This one will simply follow. Well, those divisions will be fairly useful, to be honest, despite being a bit weird with cavalry and such. I'm actually considering putting them here, since it's all hilly and mountainous terrain anyway, except, you know, once we are right here, having a bit better punch would be reasonable, but we can't really fit them due to our supply situation. So for now we'll just stick them there, and they will just have a generic order that makes them attack everyone, just push forward whenever they can. And just follow our main advance. That's the gist of it. We'll probably wait a bit before we continue, before we activate that plan. Let's get to planes. What do we have? We have some close air support, which is nice. Let's put a few. We have, alright, we do have some bombers and tactical bombers and fighters right here, right? And so we'll move our fighters. Veneto, this should be the closest. What you want to see is we'll be fighting first. We'll be fighting in this region, right? Or partially. This group will be fighting in this region. We take this region. We assign all things that are close to it, and then we can make them rebase. but as you can see, closest, if we select this, Lombardy and Veneto are obviously the closest, because in this region we actually have ports, but at some point we'll be also fighting obviously in Western Balkans. We do not have any base in Western Balkans, so we want to see which base is the closest, and the closest base is Campania. And not sure if we'll manage to, so this one. With our current tech, we may not be able to reach there anyway, but if we want to, this is our best bet. Our goal will be to capture some airfield in this region and use that, but it may take a bit. We can do that. Alright, rest of the planes, we'll frankly send them. We'll send them here and see if we can, if we man. Damn it, not here. To Campania, and we will select them, assign them here if we can. Not bad. We will actually have a range. We won't really have range for this one, but we need some fighter cover, so we'll just keep it in this way. Process support, sure, let's leave it as it is, and all of you will be acting in this region. We don't even have a cover to use this one, and this is our best base anyway. Yes, this is the way you can check it. All right, Navy. We are not going to use any Navy. One of the reasons, well, I think they even have a navy? I think they do have something, and they have 6. Well, if I remember correctly, don't quote me on that. I really am not sure, but I do think that. If we annex them before they join a faction, because that's why we want to do it before tension reaches 25, before they can be guaranteed, because normally to invite anyone to a faction, democracies, before democracies can invite you to a faction, world tension has to be 80%, so that's not very high. That is very high, and early on it won't be a problem. But if you are guaranteed, and you end up in a war with a democracy on your side, you can always join, and AI will always join. What that will mean is if you are a part of a faction, and that faction hasn't surrendered yet, then you will continue fighting. You will not give up your colonial possessions. In the case of Yugoslavia, that doesn't matter, but more importantly, there will be resistance on your terrain, and being able to conquer things and not have any resistance is beneficial. That's why we want to, and this is another reason why we want to go to war early on. Alright, I think this is more or less done for now. Let's them redeploy and gather some planning bonus. Oh, actually, we already have quite a lot. Most of our troops, anyway. All right. Let's take a look at. Oh, we are barely there. We need to capture this fort pretty fast, but we definitely have a power to do so with 12 divisions against the 4 early on. Our forces are coming back. We have support weapons. Let's see what we want to research. I haven't played for a few days this one. Let's catch up on some other stuff. We are working on radio. It's good. Here we are. Could start working on SPGs. How are we on air innovations? 30 days. Alright, you know what? We'll wait for air innovations. Yes, on this one we will wait for air innovations. And our troops have returned. Sadly, we cannot really assign them here because, well, we do not have we don't have supply. Don't have enough supplies. So now we will assign them to this division. But frankly, seems like not everything was assigned. And Nero was here, which is a bit troubling. You need to pay attention. If you see red exclamation mark next to a unit, that means it isn't assigned to a plan. If you see a yellow exclamation mark, that means that said unit cannot get to the position because it lacks supply. We could well, do that with we could, for example, assign this to this order, and they would wait in a port before getting there. The gist of it. Okay, here we are waiting for our focus to finish, so we can do this. And here, we could do excavations. It's our production, so we are in a bit of trouble. Don't think we can afford starting to build those self-propelled artilleries. But this is a fast research. Okay, let's check again what we have here. Just reliability. So we aren't that worried about. Some nations have, for example, plus 5% soft attack, which would be important for artillery, but we'll just take it since it's 47 days, and we'll just stick 1 or 2 factories into it and get a head start. Let's take a look here. Okay, we are 13 days away. German divisions, but they are only here to fight Romania for now, as I remember. We'll see if that will be the case. Well, nothing else to do for now. See here, not all the divisions will have a max planning bonus, but well, we'll have to survive with it. And goes for this one. One here. Alright. Oh, look at that. Why has it risen? Ah, Japan has sent volunteer divisions. And, well, we could have, since sending volunteer divisions raises the attention, we probably, to keep things safe, should have refused those volunteer divisions from Germany. But we are good. Let's not tempt fate. Well, actually, replicant Spain is holding quite steady, so not a major issue, but Japanese will soon go to war, and for that reason alone we simply need to declare war. Alright, and as you can see, no one guarantees them, and despite the fact that we are over 30, we are good since we are already at war. Okay, for now we are not going to execute a plan. We'll take half of our forces. Well, we'll take four divisions, 4 good ones, and push here. 4 will push here, and 4 will push here. You know what? One division will go wide. Could we? You know what? 2 divisions will do the this is a tank division, but I imagine that Yugoslavian tank division in 37 isn't anything to write home about, so we'll just focus on our drive south. Here we'll just execute the plan, and we could have executed only the first stage of the plan, but still they will try to reach this state for now. Okay. Huh. Looks like they attacked us first, which is a bit weird, but it doesn't really matter. And we'll be aggressive here, since I think we have an advantage early on, so we're going to push it. Yeah, we should have, frankly, kept pushing. We captured that port, so here we are going to push wide around the coast. 2 divisions, I'd say. Those are mountain troops, so we'll just cross like this towards Sarajevo. Here we will try to make the front a bit wider, and we'll keep pushing these armored divisions a little bit. It's a very weak one, so I'm not really worried about the fact that this is a tank division. This province we have no border with just yet, but then we'll continue like this, and this is our plan for now. And I guess those 2 divisions can go like that, and then we'll reach the plains and we can go to Belgrade. Since we captured this port, we can, and we probably will, reinforce this here. We are going to, I think we'll do good here, but here we'll just move our forces. You know what? I don't know. We won't do that. We'll just keep attacking from this. The reason why, we'll just make a connection and then redeploy some of our forces to perhaps allow us to push further. And you know what? The other thought, I think we'll try to cut them off like that first. And now when I think about it, we want this will be a nice packet. So while we still want to push through Belgrade also, and as well push through the mountains fairly easily, because despite being mountain troops, it's, well, attacking into the mountains is always difficult. It doesn't mean it's better for you to fight in the mountains. It only means that you are better at fighting there, especially when you are on the offensive. When you are on the defensive, that's ideal. Okay, so you know what? We need to kick this one out, and here we'll just see if there is anything we need to stop to deal with our advance. We'll slow this down to 2, strength of 2 for now. Could really use something faster around here, but I don't really have any. Those divisions are thankfully fairly fast in the mountains, 3.3, despite the fact that well, those are actually heals, but no, the jest. We'll go a bit wide here. Not experiencing any serious problems. Here we will go wide. I want to capture as much terrain as possible and get as big of a front line as we can, since our divisions are quite powerful 1-to-1, so we want to fight like that. Alright, so here we see 3 of our divisions pushing this way. We will override their automatic order and push them south. We don't want this division to cut us off here. and since we have them on the ropes, that's a good stuff. Also, I think we will just add more and just activate this order since we are doing so good. Yeah, we definitely have a firepower advantage here. This isn't the way you want your divisions to be placed, but here we go. If you remember, however, that if you want to have manual orders, you want to have them queued a few provinces ahead, because if the order finishes, your divisions may strategically redeploy because even if the order isn't active, so to speak, the front line is, so they will redeploy to the front line. In the new patch 1.1, when you have an active order, they won't redeploy, they will only move that way. So on one hand, they won't just cancel their zero on they won't remove their organization, because when you strategically redeploy, you waste your organization, so that's a good one, but you will have to babysit them because they will, for example, attempt to move from here to here. That will take like 2 weeks, which is less than ideal. Right, we are managing to cut them off. I think 2 divisions will do. We're able to do that, so we'll go a bit wider. Well, frankly, we will just push out this division. Okay, this one goes here, so we will go like that. Hopefully secure that area around the rivers before they can entrench themselves. Yeah. Yes, I'm liking this. You see, we're going pretty wide. And this is a problem when you cut off some when you encircle something. Here we encircled an empty part of land, which is obviously unhelpful, but in case of encircled troops, which we want to do, you see that 2 divisions are assigned here and 1 division is assigned here. If one of those divisions were to finish the queued up moves, they would attempt to move here and mend this pointless part of a front line. And as you can see here, there is no attack order here, so even if we had an active attack order, this one isn't activated, as you can see. Even if we had that, they would just sit there and you have to babysit them like that. So always keep that in mind. Another thing I want to point out is a planning bonus. As you can see, we haven't. We are a part of this battle plan, but we haven't activated it yet. And despite that, we are keeping planning bonus. It is being depleted when we are fighting, but it is being depleted in the same speed as the planning bonus of those divisions. Well, I guess some of them were basically, if they are sitting on the front line doing nothing, the planning bonus goes up. If they are attacking, the planning bonus goes down. And here we want to push them up a bit, despite the fact that they have active order and they were set to aggressive. It's, as you can see, less than ideal how aggressive they are. Yeah, this cavalry division is perfectly placed to just cut all of those divisions off, since there is no resistance to be had, at least here. We'll see about Zagreb. Right, here we go. Two of our divisions are pushing there. One will do, I think. We can continue downwards. Well, we've I'm in contact with Romanians. They do not have any pacts or anything, but apparently sent their troops anyway. Okay, so this is yes, this is this case. Like this division ran out of orders when I wasn't watching, and just defaulted to come in here. Let's queue up a few orders for them. And we want to, well, cancel this, so to speak. So let's just do that. When it is cancelled, they should reassign themselves. Ah, they haven't. Problem is, I could just select those and reassign them here, but all the queued up orders would be reset for those divisions, which is annoying. Here, as you can see, this division will finish its movement in a sec. Let's wait for it. Oh, now they are being attacked, so it will take them a bit longer. But as you can see, they decided they want to. Oh, they wanted to go there, which is ridiculous, of course. I held control and right-clicked to select the divisions that are assigned to that silly part of the front line. 4 divisions, as you can see. Right. Yeah, obviously we're going to do that. Thankfully, since they are in contact, they haven't redeployed. In the previous patch, they would have redeployed and zeroed the organization. Here we have another problem. Oh, right, because this is probably the same part, kind of. 4 divisions, and are those the same divisions? Nope. So apparently yes, here we are down to 4 divisions, and 4 are assigned to this part. So that's a recurring issue, as you can see. Select those 2 divisions from here assigned there. Alright, for that reason we want to continue pushing and continue having queued orders. We will push towards the Romanian border now. And Belgrade, of course. How does it look? Okay-ish. Alright, and here we go. Those orders are also running out, so let's push like that. And you have a larger order, which is good. As for you, we want to clean this up to prevent another fractures. Here, you're going like this. Good. You can see, well, most of the, you can see most of our gains were by those divisions. I guess it's not very honest comparison because there were more defenders there, but I assure you that if we were to simply attack automatically with those, we would be nowhere near where we are here. This wasn't a very difficult attack to begin with, of course, but there is always such a difference. Well, you want to balance between spending time on micromanaging and the return you are getting, of course, but it depends on how much you are willing to, how difficult the situation you are in is. Okay, so they managed to redeploy from there. We have here leadership purges in the Soviet Union, and every innovation is finished. We are going to use this line that we saved up We'll go to research this, and that will take only 41 days with all the bonuses, including minus 10% from having Machi design company. And perfect. And okay, let's think about our next national focus. We could annex Albania, which is alright. We could go towards towards here. Here we get fairly useless infrastructure in Italy proper. Here we get, however, 8 oil in Libya, and more oil in Libya, which is a reasonably good way of going about things. Alright, we need to have volunteers in nationalized Spain to be able to do that. Or we could go towards our treaty with Germany if we are so inclined, or perhaps get ourselves some dockyards, some navy experience, and start producing some navy. For now, I think we will go towards research bonuses for various infantry and armor. Especially since the infantry ones are very interesting, especially mountain infantry too. Ahead of time penalty reduced, we will be using quite a lot of mountain infantry, and recon companies, always nice to have the research bonus for this, and land doctrine, perfect stuff. Support artillery, less so, but it's a nice bonus to have anyway. We could, I guess, get, well, the 4 dockyards are pretty nice, but let's see how are our resources. Well, as you can see, we can't really fully utilize the dockyards we already have. We'll get some some steel here again, but nothing to write home about, as you can see. 4 and 4. Less than ideal, as you can imagine. So for now we will get to well, we also lack oil, but so Libyan art, those wouldn't be that bad either, but this is what, 4 different things. Let's think about it actually. So we'll hold on with this because we don't have resources to power that naval production anyway. Similarly for all the other naval researches. If we were to continue this route, we could go. We could. Okay, let's see. This is will allow us to befriend Bulgaria. Question is, oh yes, if Bulgaria is conquered, we can bypass it and continue to other things. Then we'll have to choose either Italy first or Pact of Steel. Treaty with Germany is fairly interesting because it gives us 2 additional armor technology research bonuses, which is great. That puts us at 4. Very nice stuff. And if Germany conquers most of the France, we can demand Vichy France for ourselves. The Italy first one doesn't grant such bonuses because for this, as you can see, requires Pact of Steel. German military cooperation, same thing. This is another nice bonus. Land doctrine research time and air doctrine research time. This is generally, if you are starting and this is a starter kind of campaign, this is basically a better way to go, especially since, as you can see, those 2 secret weapons for electronics, rocketry and nuclear technology bonuses and Sea Wolves are both dependent on picking Pact of Steel, since they are dependent on German military cooperation. Here there are only well, bonuses that allow you to go to mostly political ones that allow you to put nations in the Mediterranean into your sphere of influence. Alright, I think we are going to pick well, two I'm actually interested about with are those two, are this and this for now. I think we are going to go for Libyan refineries, to be honest. We are really struggling with the amount of oil we have, and getting two synthetic refineries will also grant us some rubber that we desperately need. So we will bite a bullet and go there. We can always bypass. Problem here is that to get to the good stuff on the mountain infantry. Well, main problem I have with this is that the bonus from this, the main bonus mountain infantry, will in what 2 years will be pointless, because this simply reduces ahead of time penalty. So getting it a bit earlier would be nice, but the having resources to produce planes earlier is more important, in my opinion. Problem with this bonus is that in the long run it's kinda meh. It's basically what worth two or three civilian factories, so in a grand scheme of things, nothing to write home about, but it's a good in the place when we are at the moment. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We are running out of time. Thanks for watching, and I'm seeing the next part, in which we finish our conquest of Yugoslavia and try to get into Romania. How many troops they have? Well, around 30-40 divisions. It may be interesting, but since we do not have such a great attacking angle, perhaps we will you know what, we will show a naval invasion. Well, I don't know, we'll have to consider this, because Romanians also have a proper navy. So we'll have to weigh the pros and cons, but I think just for the sake of showing it off, we will do it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.